tour going for you?
I love it. It's awesome.
What's the craziest thing you've seen so far?
Our Warped Tour? Or
Yeah,
my life?
Warped Tour.
Warped Tour and then your
too
life.
many things to think about.
Yeah, you know, it's like, I've been here for like 6 weeks, now I gotta like think about things. Actually, the craziest thing I've seen was on TV. So I just talk about that?
Yeah.
Week? No. Just kidding. Did you see the little people that come on stage and they danced like before us?
Oh, the
they
midgets?
put them on like twice a day. Well, the one guy gets super drunk all the time because they're little, and I'm sure that it doesn't take much. And one day we were just talking on the bus, and the reality TV station had like the countdown of the 20th biggest boozers and losers, and the number one was this short guy getting completely wasted at like some, I don't even know where, but the guy that was in charge of him like picks him up by his hands and his legs and like spins him around and throws him because he's so mad at him. And then we're like, dude, that is one of the guys that dances on stage. And we're like, no it's not, no it's not. Look closely, like, oh my god, same voice. So probably the craziest thing I've ever seen was the fact that a guy was dancing on stage before us, and then later that day he was on TV as the number one biggest boozer and loser.
That is pretty hilarious. That is awesome.
Pretty funny.
All right, well, Keith really hasn't been one to shy away from the fact that there is kind of a lot of crappy bands on Warped Tour this year. But what would make you sign up for Warped Tour, like when you're going to be playing along a lot of these bands?
The fact that thousands and thousands of people watch this every day, and that a ton of our friends are on this tour, and that there's actually, you know, there's a lot of good bands on this tour. People act like, you know, they'll write us, they'll be like, yeah, I'm not coming, I love you guys, but I don't want to like sit through like 100 bad bands. It's like, you don't have to watch every band. You actually can like go do other things. You can go watch all the other really good bands. You know, it's not like if you come to Warped Tour, you have to watch 200 bands. You can watch Dillinger, Escape Line, you can watch us, you can watch 4 Years Strong. Well, not anymore, because your last show was
yeah,
like...
it's a bummer.
Yeah. You know, Set Your Goals, Parkway Drive, Alkaline Trio. There's a lot of really good bands. And yeah, it's like you're going to walk around and you're probably going to hear something that you don't like. Just keep walking, you know? Watch some wheels.
Alright,
An interview.
The New Black, a big fan.
We don't really fake it, and ever. You know, we'll never. I can't give anything a green light unless I truly believe in it. Whether it's, you know, our music, our T-shirts, our tour choices. Like I really have to believe in everything, and so when we go to write songs, it's kind of like it has to be perfect instrumentally before we give it to Keith to write lyrics and vocals to it. A lot of people think that's weird. Like it's a separate thing. We write all the music, and it has to be 100% done before we even let Keith do vocals to it. We're never like, it's good enough, but wait till Keith comes in, he'll make it better. Like, it has to be good without vocals, and then the vocals have to make it better, you know? So that's why we kind of get categorized as a very riff-heavy band, because we are a riff-heavy band. We want the riffs to speak for themselves, you know, and we want the vocals to just be a bonus. I'll listen to bands, and I'll like it, like the end product's good, but it's funny because I'll listen, and I'll be like, man, that guitar part is so lame. Like, I can't even imagine going to practice and being like, hey, here's a super lame guitar part, but don't worry, Keith will make it sweet, you know? Like, that seems impossible to me. I think I did that one time, and I got laughed at by Andy so bad that I definitely never did it again.
That's interesting that you write the music first and then do the lyrics.
Yeah, 100%.
You ever think of doing some like instrumental kind of songs, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have one on like Last Night in Town. Maybe we'll do that again. I don't know. Maybe.
Pretty cool.
Maybe.
Nice. All right. Well, we're kind of surprised with some of the guest vocals on the new Junk Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like Pete Wentz, what?
Yeah.
How did he get on there?
It's all a matter of location. Like, we've been a band for 12 years. We've got some friends in weird places, and we recorded in California, and it was just a matter of, hey, who's around? Like Greg from Dillinger literally was down the street. Matt from the Bronx. That's where they're from. Pete was like a half hour away in LA, and you know, we used to tour with his old band. So yeah, I know it seemed weird to people, like, because they didn't know. Like, hey guys, Every Time I Die actually existed in 1998 when Pete's band Arma Angelus would play shows with us, and you know, people expect us to not be friends with people when they become successful. It's like, that would be lame, right?
Yeah.
If we toured with a band, and then the dude joined another band, and that band got really successful, and then we stopped being friends with them for that reason, like, that seems way lamer than being friends with someone that's successful. So, you know, he came down and he used to sing in that band, so we just wanted to yell on our record. We thought it'd be fun.
That's way cool. Can you tell us anything about the damn things?
They're pretty good. I heard the CD. It's awesome.
Cool. So is there like a release date or something? Or?
No, they're going pretty strong. I mean, they just did like a month in Europe, and I heard it went amazing.
Wow.
They got a CD coming out, and I think they're going to do a lot of touring. It's going to be, you know, worked out so that, you know, it's not going to interfere with Every Time I Die. We're going to, you know, like I said, we write all the music and then we give it to Keith. So while we're writing our next record, they're going to go and do their touring thing, and they're going to go and put out their record, and they're a really good band. So
who is all the members in there?
it's Keith from Every Time I Die, Joe and Andy from Fall Out Boy. Because like I said, we knew those guys way before Fall Out Boy. Like Andy Hurley was in, you know.
Yeah, he's in like a fight.
Yeah, he was in Kill the Slave Master. He was in Race Trader. So he plays drums, and Joe from Fall Out Boy plays guitar. Scott Ian plays guitar, and Rob from Anthrax plays guitar. So, like I said, when you're doing this for 12 years, you definitely cross paths with a lot of interesting people, and then you just stick around, you know, you always do that, hey, we should start a side project thing. Like, I've heard that 1,000 times from other members of Every Time I Die, and this is actually the first time that one actually wrote songs, you know. It's like every day, yeah, I'm gonna start a side project with this guy, oh yeah, I'm gonna start a side, it's like, okay man. So when Keith was like, yeah, I'm gonna start, it's like, all right man, I'm gonna throw that on the pile of like other 100 side project bands that everyone said that they were starting and never did, and this one actually started and actually worked out, and I'm pretty blown away. The music's really good.
That's cool. We're excited to hear it.
Yeah.
And then you got that t-shirt business.
Yeah!
It's awesome.
I don't have it on me because I had to sell them off my back.
Wow.
Because I just wanted it to be in like an online, like limited, like, hey cool, I got this weird idea. I'll call it Jordan Buckley World Wide. I'm just gonna draw stuff, I'm gonna put it on shirts. I'm not gonna write any words on it, it's just gonna, you know, whatever. And it kind of picked up to the point where kids are like, I'd be wearing it and they'd be like, I want that shirt, I want that shirt.
Sell it to them.
Yeah, I'd have to sell it to them. So I got like one that I play in, and every time I like wear one that I don't play in, I have to sell it to a kid. So JordanBuckleyWorldWide.com. I'm gonna have to rethink things because I wanted it to, I just wanted it to be kind of chill, but like kids really respond to it, because I don't think people necessarily want big advertisement looking t-shirts anymore. I think kids just want
labels and words.
Yeah, they just want, hey, here's a sweet shirt with something sweet on it that doesn't necessarily make sense. It's over the top because it's all off the top of my head, which most things that come out of my head tend to be. So, you know, I've come across so many cool shirts, and then it's like, you know what, if it didn't say that, I'd buy that shirt. Or, you know, even a band shirt, it's like, man, that shirt rules, too bad it has that band's name on it.
Yeah.
So I just went the opposite way, and I'm just doing art, and I might change that because, am I rambling?
No, go on.
Okay, so the point of no words was for kids to not have to explain what their shirt was. Like, if I put Jordan Buckley World Wide, people are like, what the hell is that? But it kind of backfired, because now when I wear it, people are like, what is that? It's JBWW, I call it. They're like, well, what's that? So instead of removing a question, I've actually added another question. So I get what's that, and then I get what's that. So instead of taking away the what's that, I've added an extra what's that. So for the next line, because I'm not stopping this thing, I'm gonna keep doing it, it's forever. For the next line, probably gonna have to put you know, JBWW.on it or Jordan Buckley World Wide, whatever. Somewhere. Yeah, that's why I didn't even think of like a clever name. Like, you know, like I don't know. Every clothing company has a wild name. I just was like, I'm just gonna put my name on it, and that's gonna be it. And kids love it, man. And I'm actually scared. Like, did you ever hear about how Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld, he like quit every time they got signed to a new season? He would have a panic attack and quit because he thought he was out of ideas.
Yeah,
like that was me like 2 days ago. I'm like, all right, well I'm gonna need like a winter line, and I sat down in our back lounge and I couldn't think of anything to draw, and I started freaking out. So I walked around, and then I came back and I drew Dirty Harry.
Nice.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it was like seeing I saw my friend Mason today. He had the one with the octopus and the sushi. The whale.
Yeah, I got it. And so you know, the guys in the band, they're cool. They let me sell 1 or 2 of them at the merch stand, just to kind of, you know, see how it goes. And it's going well. So
nice.
I might have to, like I said, I might have to rethink it. I might have to.
Think of expanding.
I might have to, you know, maybe next Warped Tour you'll see me in my own tent. Who knows? I don't know. It's going well though. Thank you for asking.
Cool, yeah.
JordanBuckleyWorldWide.com or JBWW.com. And I had to buy JBWW.com off of this guy in Japan for like way too much money. I don't know. I was like, you know, you gotta spend money to make money, I guess, in the clothing industry. So I had this guy from Japan, he owned JBWW.com, and I wanted it because I didn't want to have to give people, I thought 4 letters were easy to remember than 4 words. So I'm like, I believe in what I do, I'm gonna do it. And that was actually the longest, most pain in the ass part of the process. Was like, I had to like get a broker and an interpreter to like deal with this guy who just didn't want to get rid of it. He was just being a about it. So, but it's mine now.